degree to go, and I win today. Literally 26 is my prediction. The weatherman said 23. Barbara's 27. Not going to happen. Nah, but it will get to 26. Believe me. Trust me. It's going to be a blinder. It really is. It's hot. Monday, December the 7th, right here at Galaxy. And, well, nice to start a new working week. For those guys that are watching right now on Facebook Live, thank you for joining us. It is an absolute pleasure to have you guys with us. Of course, if you're going to be looking a little later on YouTube, you know what to do, right? Yeah, sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. You know what I'm talking about. You're getting the notifications that way, right? Anyway, absolutely elated. But first of all, let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
Wait. That wasn't supposed to happen. I tell you what, let me go back a little bit, see if we can reinvent that particular track, because it kind of let itself away there. To be honest with you, shouldn't have happened. Really shouldn't. So let's go and find it. And for everybody at the in production right now, sorry about that. Didn't mean that to happen at all. But we're joined live, coming out of course, the band Outlaws. Yes, the Hillside Outlaws, in fact, and I'm joined by Langley and by Lewis. And guys, always a pleasure to have you guys with us. Welcome back.
It's always a pleasure to be here with you, Grant and Barbara. Great to see you guys.
Thank you.
You know,
For this.
I do have a therapist if you need one.
I'm going to definitely need 2 or 3 after this conversation with you, my friend.
I feel like you guys got a lot of therapy sheep over there.
Yeah, well, we do. In fact, well, I'm no good at sheeping. I got to be honest with you, Langley. I'm just no good at sheeping. In fact, I lost one the other day. Well, it was about 2 months ago I lost it, to be honest. Found it in a massage parlour. Yeah, it had $20 and a phone number attached to it.
Yeah. Did it bring home any money?
Yeah, $20.
Yeah.
and another date.
Get a few more over there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, the owner was actually asking if she could employ the thing. You know, things happen, don't they?
That they do.
There's a donkey out back.
Yeah, well, we don't want to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Dear. We can do sheep jokes all day. Believe me, we've been brought up on those things.
Photos.
And sheep photos.
Yeah,
well, Barbara's got... Listen, you know, the thing is, I go over to Barbara's place, she goes and hides the sheep. Well, the very first time...
Why is that?
Well, the very first time I ever went over there, I asked her if I could ride some. She got worried. Now she hides them. Every time I go over there, she goes, no way. I do have I have my own saddle. I can deal with it.
You have a sheep saddle.
Yeah.
I think I get money to see that, Grant. We should probably get that video.
Yeah, pictures or it didn't happen.
Well, you see, I kind of got it from an old Ringling circus, to be honest with you. These days they don't allow people to use animals in the circuses anymore, so there was a couple of these tiny little saddles that the monkeys used to ride on the back of donkeys and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Perfect size for me. Wrap it around a sheep, I'm off.
So if you dress up as a sheep, is that cultural appropriation?
Could be. Could be. It really. Yeah, no, there's...
Let's ask the listeners to call in and weigh in on that one.
Yeah, well, you know, it's all right to love your farm animals, but it's not all right to love your farm animals.
There's a fine line between love and lust.
Exactly. And, well, you know, they don't give you flowers, chocolates, or even ask you out again, do they? You don't.
Sheep. Costume.
They can't go far.
Yeah, you would know about it. EW, yeah, okay. Let's move on from the...
You would know.
Yeah, okay. Moving on. Surreal time right now around the world with this COVID virus thing. How's it affecting you guys right now?
Well, as you can imagine, we kind of survive off of live shows. And we had an entire tour booked. Finally going to make our way across Canada this year was the plan. However, travel restrictions and social distancing and all that stuff came into place. So we've been making it up in the studio, doing a lot of writing, a lot of recording. Actually, before we got on here, we were just kind of playing around in our home studio here with a new song that we wrote last night. So we're trying to stay as creative as possible. We're working with our producer Jeff Johnson, and we're making a new EP. So we'll have some music coming out next year. Lots of stuff that we can promote here with you guys if you'll have us. And we're trying to stay as creative as possible. And I think you're going to see from a lot of artists that there's going to be a lot of great music coming out of the gates in 2021. Everybody's been woodshedding hard, so. Yeah.
I fully understand. I really, really do. Sorry to cut you off there, my bro. And it seems to be the same everywhere right now. Every artist is saying the same thing. Not performing, not earning money, doing a lot of writing, looking to release a lot of music in the future, which is good for me. And I love this idea. I really, really do, because that means you guys are going to be coming back again, subjecting yourself to this torture. Kind of sadistic.
Up our sheep joke game.
Yeah, exactly. Study up on your sheep jokes, literally. But at the same time, we love to get behind artists as much as we can, promote them as much as possible, and play all new music all the time. We really, really love that, and especially if they're great bands like Hillside Outlaws. Now, Lewis, I've got to ask you, buckle up. How did you come to the lyrics of this?
That was our first write with Jeff Johnson. He's got a studio that's not far from where we live here in the Okanagan in British Columbia, and we just got together. We said, let's write a song that they'll play at a rodeo. Let's try and write the theme song for the Calgary Stampede, which is one of the major rodeos here in Canada. You've probably heard of it over there, the Calgary Stampede. So we just, sat down and worked through it and said, what would make a great rodeo theme song? What could you see Grant riding a sheep to, right? So
Buckle up.
There you go. Absolutely love that. By the way, the Stampede, I've had to talk to the management that put that show and those shows together there, and tried to suggest to them, how about a new thing to look at, running of the Santas.
The running of the mankinis.
Well, yeah, for summertime and for wintertime, for Christmas time, why not the running of the Santas?
Running of the Santas, but you have to have bulls running after them.
Well, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Like they do down in Mexico, right?
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, we could work it out.
Santas, I like it.
Yeah, could you imagine a couple of hundred, maybe a couple of thousand Santas just all going for it, all at the same time?
You could be throwing presents at them. You could be throwing ornaments, trees.
Yeah, lollies.
Chimney bricks.
You could have the whole gambit at it. Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun, I got to be honest with you. And literally, well, maybe then you might have to buckle up. Here's the Hillside Outlaws. Yeah, I like the idea of this running of the Santas. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, Spain doesn't have the market covered on that. We can run some Santas.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
I could get behind that.
Yeah.
I would love to see a TikTok of you riding a sheep to buckle up, though. I think you're on that.
Well, I tell you what, we have to catch that ram that's over the fence. So
you have to catch the ram that's over the fence. We've got to do that one.
Maybe you're the person that's going to jump on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch the space. I think Barbara's sorting something out. Do I need my life insurance paid up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Okay, I'm in. If it doesn't throw you, don't do it, right?
Of give you a bucket. I'll give you a bucket of food,
Give me a bucket of food.
and then you'll be able to just catch them and jump them and flip them over. Sorted.
And then what?
We've got to chuck them over our
I can't
fence
quite hear
somehow.
enough to know what kind of
She-
spot she
He's over the
She's saying I can catch them, jump them, and flip them over.
the
Throw them
fence.
over in the clover.
DeSantis.
We
No,
covered this,
she-
Barbara. It's okay to love your farm animals, okay? We did that one.
Oh dear.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. But I love the idea. Let's try that. Let's go and catch them.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Only one way to find out if it works, and that's to do it.
Exactly. She's got one that's been running rogue for some time now off in the hills. And, well, we need to get it down. It needs a haircut, to be honest. So, damn good excuse. I'll ride them back.
All right. Get a bucket of food first.
Get your boots kicking holes in the sky. Buckle up, getting lit like your Marlboro light. Singing, hey, you should take it to the all night long. When I feel good, something like love. And if you're down, baby, this is what's up. Better buckle up. Buckle up. Better buckle up, honey. 107.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. You know, Langley, I was talking to a band just previous to talking to you guys, and one of the guys just zipped off for a minute. He goes, Grant, you've got to see this. Came back, had a beard on, glasses, hat, looked, well, you know, it was like looking in a mirror. I'll get Barbara,
Must have been a handsome fella.
believe me, I'll get Barbara to send you the photo. You'll understand straight away. So, you know, I'm going to fit right in with the sheep, aren't I?
He didn't have plans to go and rob a bank, did he?
Not yet, but we can talk him into it.
There you go. Be a partner in crime.
Yeah, absolutely.
He looks like you. He can be your alibi.
Well-
he can be your even.
Kind of.
Kind of, but the thing is, you see, he lives in Stettler.
They might know renegade.
You know,
So when you rob a bank where you are, you get him to go somewhere else where there's lots of people, and then they'll think that it's you over there in Stettler.
This feels like an episode of Columbo.
either that or Doctor Who. We're in a time warp kind of thing. Really. But, you know, at the same time, a lot of fun being had by that band. They really, really are fun. Didn't expect it. I really, really didn't. So now we're set the bar for Christmas time. We really, really have. Having said that, you were saying that I might be able to fit in with the ZZ Top kind of deal. I actually have a friend of mine that does a ZZ Top tribute thing. He's perfect for it. Got a great beard. He really, really does. Now, the reason, guys, I bring this up is, well, when I first, I don't play on Facebook. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't friend people. I don't do things like that. Basically because I get all tied up in it, and before you know it, the day's gone and I've got no work done. Right?
A bit of
And
a
Oh, your eyeballs hurt.
yeah, and basically I leave my phone here at work. Don't take it home because home time's home time, right? Anyway.
Like,
One day I was sitting here, it was a Saturday morning, I've got to be honest with you, very quiet morning, didn't have a lot to do, went up into the staff lounge where they got couches and all that sort of stuff, was relaxing back. Barbara came in and started talking to me, and I picked up my phone, and I saw this guy on this here going about himself and everything like that, so I thought, well, you know, I'll request a friendship with the guy, right? He comes back and goes, who the F are you, and what the hell do you want? And I went, oh,
Good friend.
okay,
Friends talk to me.
yeah, okay, fine, yeah, sweet. I said, you know, look, I'm just a humble DJ, and I would like to play, yeah, because,
walking the street in a mankini and getting mad that people are staring at you.
well, you know, he's up for that now. I got to be honest with you, we've been down that road, he's up for it now, but believe me, Touchy start, but in the end I just wanted permission to be able to play his music. It was great music, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Things transpired. Now, I ended up introducing him to other friends of mine over in Norway, and I set a challenge for these guys. I said to them, hey, listen, it's 100 years since the Charleston. Do you remember the Charleston?
Sir, 23 Skidoo.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's not really, because the Charleston was the dance itself, wasn't it? And they had that special music that came with it that integrated it. Well, I says, you know, why not try and put that as a hook in one of your songs? Both bands said, nah, can't do it. No way. I'm going, well, think about it. You know, that's a damn good hook. And you won't have to worry about copyright, will you? And they went, no, can't do it. Anyway, fair enough. So I set another challenge. I says to them, hey, how about doing a Christmas song? Together, they literally knocked it out of the park. Absolutely brilliant track. We look at it this way. 2 bands, 3 countries, and 1 massive track. And it really, really is. The only problem is they're not going to sell a single one on YouTube on the video. Only because it's got me in it.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. You got that beard growing.
Yeah, you know, and well, not really short. I'm 6'2". Can't.
Well, it's hard to tell when you're sitting down. You're
Yeah, literally. We came up with an idea for a Christmas song to release. We haven't cut it yet. You want to tell them what it is?
Well, we're just trying to find the right artist to feature on it. We were gonna do "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Right.
I feel like if Hillside Outlaws are gonna put out any kind of Christmas song, it's got to be the one that's completely outlawed all across the.
I wanted to do "Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer."
So we were gonna. Grandpa got run over by a reindeer, I think.
Grandpa ran Grandma over with a reindeer.
Yeah, it's a working title. It's a work in progress, actually. But
So let's come up with a challenge for Grant. We need a verse.
Okay. Why not? Grandpa got run over by a ute with a reindeer on it.
You got ran over. You got ran over by a reindeer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a verse. How's that?
Put a pin in that one.
Let's keep brainstorming. I think we'll come back to this. We'll circle back.
Yeah, you never know. We might have written a song by the end of this, literally. But nothing feels like tonight, really. Even if it is this morning. Guys.
We got up early here to do this morning show with you, so.
Yeah, well, of course you're artists. You stay up late and, well, you know, this must be, well, it's called a sun outside. If you have
that big yellow thing.
Yeah. It's not the moon on fire.
You know, it's funny when we went to Nashville and we started doing rights down there. Nobody books a right any earlier than 10 a.m. and because nobody's awake before 10 a.m. So yeah, the earliest you can get a musician to go to work is at 10 a.m. I'd say better 11 or noon.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, yeah. Put Kiwiana on that, and we'll see you at lunchtime.
Running on Kiwi time.
Yeah, exactly. We have our own time here. We really, really do. But having said that, we are the first in the world to see time. And we like to play tomorrow's music today. And
Cool.
that's going to be tomorrow later. They will.
Daylight savings over there?
Yeah, believe me, haven't saved a single bit yet. How about you guys? Did you manage to cash in?
Keep trying to put it in my pocket, but it just won't stay there.
Well, you know, I went over to my bank manager last year and I says to him, okay, end of daylight saving, how much did I manage to save? He says, hold on a minute. Went away. Do you remember the old bank book?
Yeah,
Yep.
the passbook.
He came back with one of those and he handed it to me, slid it across the desk, the counter. He goes, yeah, have a look at this. I'm thinking, oh, sweet. So I opened it up and it was empty. And he says, see, plenty of daylight.
There's plenty of daylight in your account between the 1 and the decimal.
Yeah, exactly. That's how much daylight saving I got.
Daylight savings. It's gonna, 2020's been a crazy year. What we should do with daylight savings now is we should just go forward, but instead of going forward 1 hour, let's go forward 6 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Right? Because then all of us musicians who are getting up at 11 o'clock noon, well, it's not going to seem so ridiculous.
We'll be bright and early.
We'll be bright and early for everything.
Exactly, you will. That just scares Barbara because she has to do the time zone kind of thing, compared to New Zealand. That would phase her. That one would phase her, I'm sure, actually. Because an hour either way gets her upset. She goes, why do they have to change the bloody times?
They go back and we
Just
go
the number
forward,
on a
we get
clock.
closer.
Well, it is.
We go
It's
forward,
just getting
we
the
go
numbers
back,
to
get
match.
further
In
apart.
fact, speaking to people in Stettler just a wee while ago, they were at 2 o'clock. Then we had to hook up with you guys. We were at 2 o'clock. We were kind of thinking, now hold on, how do we get to be in two places at once at the same time?
The same day.
This goes back to your Doctor Who,
Yeah.
ZZ Top friend.
It's
Yeah.
it's all a vortex, really, isn't it?
The TARDIS machine.
Yeah, a very fluid conversation.
So, guys, tell me all about Nothing Feels Like Tonight.
Go ahead.
Appreciate that. You know what? That song, written by a good friend of ours, and he sent it to us and said, I think this is gonna be a good fit for you guys. We heard it. We were knocked out. Started brainstorming with our producer. It came together. It's just a great vibe for our band because when we're there, when we're on stage, like nothing feels like being in that moment. And every time we're up there playing that song, like nothing feels like right now.
Yeah.
And that's just how we choose to live our lives. Let's just be here right now.
I think there's something special about being up on stage in that moment. And that's always how we translate all of our songs, is always about us being on stage and everything. But I think how it will come across with the people listening to it is just being in that moment with somebody special, right? Whoever that is, it might be somebody you just met, might be somebody you've been with for a long time. But just being in the moment with somebody and sharing that moment, no phones, no Facebook, no social media, just you and that person. And I think there's something really special about that.
Yeah, and believe me, I get that. I really, really do. Being an engineer myself, having worked as a front of house engineer for some of the biggest bands in the world, love that stadium stuff. You know what I mean? Where everything just gets so hyped up. Having said that, though, right now it is a surreal time. It really, really is. And I've noticed a number of stadiums that are bringing in LED screens. Now you're hooking in by the internet to watch sports or take part in a concert and stuff like that. It doesn't feel the same, don't you think?
No, it's a pale shadow of the real thing.
Yeah.
And it's what's gonna be. So music has to come back because it's always been.
Well,
yeah, and I think not just for the artists, I think for the people as well, right? Like there's an energy that you feel when you're in an arena or a stadium or at on an outdoor festival. It's not just for us. I mean, we get our own kicks out of it, but for the people that are there, that's something I think. I mean, we talk about what's essential, especially these days in 2020. You got essential workers, and they are. But I think music, it always has been essential for keeping people sane, keeping people together, and bringing people together. So yeah, I think music will come back, and it'll come back in a strong way. And this is just an interim, and bless all of those artists who are doing the Facebook Lives and putting on live concerts, because it's not easy to just sit here in a living room and put on a show as if you're in front,
really brings some passion to the performance.
There's a lot of energy that we get from a crowd, and to try and convey that, and some of these artists that are doing these Facebook Lives are doing such a tremendous job conveying that energy, and it's such a
Not
great,
all of them.
not all of them, yeah. You'll notice we haven't done too many of them. But yeah, it's a if ever there was a day and age for us to have this problem, it's good to have it in a day where the world is made so much smaller by things like Skype and Facebook Live, and you know what I mean, so that we're not all feeling like we're in this alone. We can actually still connect with people and still share this music.
You know, I get what you're saying. I really, really do. But having said that, I get a lot of bands say to me, you know, are we going to get back to doing concerts anytime soon? I'm saying, yeah, it'll happen. You know, maybe not this year. Well, that was about 8 months ago. Maybe not even next year. But it will happen. Then they're saying to me, Grant, do you think it'll be different? And I'm saying, well, yes, it will be. But you've got to look back to look forward, right? So there's going to be a huge increment of what used to be, but there's going to be different rules to it. And we've got to be able to respect these, if you know what I'm saying. So there will be concerts again. But I'm sorry, if you're watching or going to a concert that's on the internet and you're a part of that, it doesn't have the same feel. I mean, you get up, you want to go to a concert. You want to mingle with people next to you. You want to feel that energy. You want to see the show, the lights, smell the smells, the whole deal. And for artists too, they want the whole deal. Doesn't feel the same if you're doing it to an internet crowd. It really, really doesn't. And I respect anybody that gives it a go. And yeah, believe me, some shows are good, some not so good. But at least they're giving it a go. Got to admit that. But it's not the same, really. And
I had a question for you, Grant. We've been talking about things from 2019 that aren't ever going to come back.
What are you gonna miss? What are you gonna miss the most about
pre-COVID?
Pre-COVID things that you could do in 2019 that we probably won't ever be able to do again.
Give Trump shit.
Well, we can always give Trump shit.
Yeah, you wrote the most interesting character off the show.
Exactly, but believe me, you know, while he was in power, it was just absolutely fantastic. Every day he would come out with something that just made him look like, well, that's a target for Grant to play with.
Oh, if you're any kind of a comedian, he's it's almost too easy, but it's just.
I think you owe him some royalties.
Yeah, you might, yeah.
So one thing I'm gonna miss from 2019 is not blowing out birthday candles anymore.
Okay.
No.
I feel like that's never coming back.
Oh dear. Well, I tell you what, you could improvise. There's always, well.
Oh, what is he got here?
Yeah.
Probably some bellows.
Stand back, Barbara.
Yes, I think I heard you.
This is great for blowing out candles.
Thanks for coming to my party. Now get out.
Love that. As I said, improvise. Don't overexert yourself. Employ something.
Yeah, mechanical advantage.
Exactly. Yeah, think it through first. You know. Okay, that's a lot of fun. But shows how long it's been used, eh?
Yeah.
It's got dust on it.
Stop.
Dear. We need to get it tested now.
You need to put it back.
I need to put it back. I will do that very, very shortly. But right now, joined live by the band themselves, Hillside Outlaws, nothing feels like tonight. Damn, it's hot in here.
Well, I've been doing that.
Better cool yourself off with that fire extinguisher.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'll pull the trigger.
The guys I was talking to this morning, they've got up to 35 degrees below right now, bit of snow, right? And I'm saying to them, why would you live there? I mean, we bitch and moan if it gets down to zero.
Which is about once or twice.
Yeah. Well, it's not that cold here. We're in a good part of Canada.
We're probably in one of the warmest parts of Canada, I would say. It's probably 5 or 10, I don't know, 5 or 6. Yeah, somewhere between 5 and 10 degrees.
Whatever.
That being said, you know, if you go east a little bit into like Alberta, It can get quite cold, actually. Where he's from in Grand Prairie, it's probably the coldest place I've ever been.
Yeah, I'm from northern Canada, and holy crap, I put in my time there.
Yeah,
It's crisp. I say it's a crisp cold.
I've seen temperatures of minus 43 before the wind chill. Just an ambient temperature of minus 43 Celsius. And
I feel like I should be
That's cool.
chewing moccasins and eating whale blubber.
yeah. Believe me, I get that. I really, really do.
Hallelujah.
Would have nothing to do
Merry
with that.
Christmas.
Honestly, that is just
Well, you
like,
can't wear your mankini there.
well, no.
you have to put it over top of your parka, and then it doesn't show all the right,
It
curves.
make other things be, yeah. No, that's horrible. It really is. Oh dear.
I don't
Farmer
know.
tan going on, Grant. Love the arm tan.
Oh, thank you. It's taken me all month to work on it. I don't get out often, honest. They won't let me. Let's go back to the desk.
Galaxy.
You know, it speaks for itself when music just is that good, really. And Hillside Outlaws are that good. Can't wait to have them down here in New Zealand playing live. We've got to get through a few things, you know, like opening the borders, all that sort of stuff, and get back to work. But believe me, top of the list, Hillside Outlaws. Go and check them out. Now, guys, let's refresh our audio audience's memories. How do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, do you respond?
Absolutely, Instagram. We're very active on Instagram. Shoot us a DM. Absolutely. If I don't get to you, he will. And we love to hear from people. It's kind of, especially right now, with having to spend so much time indoors and kind of socially distant, it brightens my day to hear people come, you know what I mean? And I've had great conversations with people from all over the world that just, they reach out. They've either heard it on your show or they've heard it, back in Eastern Ontario on one of the Canadian radio stations that we're on here. And they just reach out and they say, hey, I just wanted to say hi, and I love that. I love it.
Nice,
Absolutely.
nice.
We're also on Facebook. We are on Twitter. We're on all of this stuff. But Instagram is our favorite. It's our favorite platform.
Nice. At the same time, do you have a website?
We do, www.hillsideoutlaws.com. It's a little out of date right now. We're working on a new one. But you can go there, absolutely. There's some great stuff. You can sign up to our email list and get in touch with us that way. We're working on a new website that we're going to roll out early 2021 in January or February. So we've got a lot of cool projects on the go right now. So you want to stay in touch with our social media.
Nice. Now, on the website, are you considering putting a merch store?
We're working on it. Yeah, absolutely.
Great, because believe me, you might, people come and watch this, you never know, you might sell a koozie.
Well, I
Absolutely.
feel like you've got the mankini market all sewn up, so to say.
Well,
Those are 200 mankinis that we just bought.
yours,
Yeah.
ours are special. They come with love handles.
Oh, good.
Who doesn't love to handle a mankini?
Yeah, exactly. Well, who doesn't want to do that, right? Exactly. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We're going to get into trouble right now. Stay right there, guys. We will wrap this up right now. And I got to thank you so much for joining us. Officially from us here at Galaxy, we want to wish you a very, very safe, happy Christmas and New Year's. And looking forward to you coming back in the 2021s and always love to catch up with you. So even if you feel like a chat at some time, just give us a hit up. Somebody will be here. We'll talk the ears off you. Believe me, we will.
Awesome. Well, it's always great to be on here, Grant. It's always great talking with you and Barbara, and to everybody that's tuning in. It's great to meet you all.
Brilliant.
Make a great case for New Zealand. It's been our pleasure.
Absolutely stunning, and of
Happy
course,
holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope you guys are safe. I hope you have a great time with your families. And yeah, we'll see you in the new year at the very least, if not before then.
Don't forget to buckle up.
and you know something, guys, I'm looking forward to this new Christmas song that, you know, might be forthcoming. You never know what might transpire there. Of course, we're talking to...
We have to talk to you.
Fair enough. Of course, we're talking to Langley and to Lewis from the band Hillside Outlaws right here at Galaxy. Good morning.
Smooth, yeah.